I guess we could try to find food somewhere. Okay.
Alright, are you here for the Irish Shillelagh workshop? Yes! This is a workshop, not a demonstration. I'm here to teach you, not to show you. We're not doing a dance. You're getting involved. Sorry for the delay. We had to find keys to get the kit out of the car so you all have sticks to work with. It helps to have a shillelagh when doing shillelagh. Yep.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Alright, if you do have a walking stick that you want to use, you're welcome to use that. Those aren't going to work for you. I know we were talking about the dead rabbits. Really not what we're talking about.
Did you just get here?
It's very hard.
Yeah, I dragged myself out of bed. Worth it though.
Just a base.
How many of you have done any Irish stick fighting before?
Worth waking up.
Not this much. That's not a lot. Not a wide range. How about full length stick fighting? I mean, some of you might have done like Filipino Escrima or something. Yeah? Some Bartitsu, some Alcala, some Italian Cane, Baston. Anything? Excellent. No. That would be the short answer. Alright, you're all familiar with Irish Shillelagh? The lenses, blind thorn? Now the ones you will be using will not be thorned and spiked like this, because this does
Damage.
We'll be using your pointed sticks.
give these people some sticks. All right, can everybody hear me? Everybody a little bit? Can we talk? Okay, I'm already, it's halfway through the meeting, I'm already trying to for what it's worth, Shillelagh is just, or the Shillelagh, it's actually a Gaelic word for stick, or sometimes black stick. Traditionally, made of blackthorn. I want you to understand that even if you're holding something like this, you have to take into account these spikes, because man, do they hurt. Right? Now, Shillelagh are known to come in They're known to come in a variety of sizes and types, from about a foot long up to about 4 foot long. They're all shillelagh. The most common one that was carried in the street, of course, is the walking stick like. You don't tend to walk around with something at a point, unless you're looking for a fight. That you're grabbing a weapon, this you're using your cane as a weapon. Okay? Quite simple? Alright. Start with, you're going to have to get a little bit of space and make sure you have a cane or at least a partner to somebody that you can take care of.
Are you going to join them?
Okay, start with. Bring out a little bit of space. A little bit of space. You're going to need. You don't have to get away from me, but you have to get away from each other. Right? The first grip you're going to use is a parallel grip. In other words, you're going to stand with your hands pulled down, gripping at about 1/3 lengths. Right? So you've got about third. Everybody's clear on that? Standing with 1 foot back, it doesn't matter which foot, but 1 foot back, 1 forward, knees well bent. Back upright, don't bend your waist, leaving your face forward as a target. Back upright, just standing like that. From here, your hands about mid-chest. I'm going to do a simple snapping action. Nobody copy me yet.
You're all way too close.
Yeah. You don't have room yet. What you're going to do is, with your right hand, you're going to make a simple snap straight out, like you're throwing a jab punch, such that the base of the cane is going to come into your forearm. See if you can hear this on my arm. Hear that? If I don't make that contact, this happens. This means I now have to chamber back to here before I can do anything. And I want to be able to snap and then double that. Not, right? You understand? Once you've got that with your right hand, you're going to repeat the same thing with your left. Snap, 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 snap. Make sure there's nobody in your line of fire as yet, okay? So, we need to spread out. There are far too many chairs in my fighting area. If somebody's in a chair, walk up toward them and move them back.
Room on your side. Side in front of you.
Okay? Pay attention. Common mistake. You're told. So they can see behind you. Common mistake I'm seeing. When you're thinking about one hand, you're ignoring the other. In other words, you're doing this. If my opponent's in front of me, this is a very, very poor guard. I keep this in front at all times. Right? Step out, step out, step out. Got it? Here. Not. Right? Also, your target. This is a club. It is not a sword. It is a club. You are trying to break something bony. Main target, jaw, teeth, side of the nose. Don't aim for something soft like a belly or soft like a bicep. Elbow, good. Bicep, bad. Got it? So I'm looking to break his teeth. Crack. Yeah? Those of you who have done bartitsu with me, stop. Right? This is the Irish version. Stop! Got it? Again.
One of the things is we get you used to trying to stop others, right?
Think of it like boxing. Stand upright.
There you go.
Fresh during the dance.
Okay. Ready to step forward. First of all, it is important that when we do this, we focus on going out and then back. Those of you who have studied any sort of swordsmanship will appreciate that that is not a lunge. That is a ta-da! This is, hey, look at me. No, this is not the end of your attack. Your lunge is there and back. In the same way, I can't make a knockout punch and leave it there. It's out and in. I should have just like with any of you in the military, bayonet. You don't end from the point forward, you end here. Right? Is this making sense to anybody? Alright, good. Out, back, pull back, active. Right? That's the first thing. Next thing we're going to try. Instead of going right, left, it's going to be right, left. I'm going to start adding my hips. I should be bent like a boxer. Too many of you are practicing up here as though you're throwing this punch rather than that punch. Right? It's in your legs, it's in your hips. This is your power, not the flick of the wrist. Right? This is not a lightsaber. Contact isn't enough. Right? So I'm now going to start using my hips, throwing right, left, putting them together. Making sense? Yes. All right. Show me that makes sense so we can use it. Don't swing punch. You understand? You're not doing a slice.
You're trying to reach me.
Yeah, like a punch.
Get over there. Okay, so
Now pull your elbows in rather than being out here, like so many of you are doing. Elbows into the body.
and if you do it slow for a moment, it'll start to make more sense than those speakers.
Questions beginning this? Yes? Okay. Back in, please. What you're currently doing is this. Right? Got it? So, your next technique, we call this the Belfast good morning. Right, left, my right hand, see my hips? Coming back to my right hand, yes? Note that I'm keeping the hips set. Again, right with the hip, left with the hip. And you want to hit for distance, right? One way to think of it is think you get a tennis ball and you're going to lob it as high in the air as you could. That is the action you're making. But note a couple of things about this technique. First of all, when I make that strike, I'm not doing it from my arm, I'm doing it from my legs. Jab, jab, upper. Making sense? sense? Also, when I finish this, I'm going to finish it over my shoulder in a guarded position. I'm not going to finish it here. I'm going to finish it there. I'm in no guard. I want to cover myself. Making sense? So the technique I'd like you to do without actually hitting each other. Right, left, uppercut, guard. Questions? Oh, this is going to get ugly. All right. The most come back. You know, the kids shout in all directions at the same time, so you gotta help me out here. Okay. The most common mistake I'm seeing is you're thinking, based on whatever background experience, history you may have with weapon fighting, that this is somehow working like a sword. And the reason I'm saying that that's what I'm seeing, if I use that to indicate where an edge would be if it were a sword, right? You know, keep track of where that is. You're all thinking, cut with the edge, cut with the edge, cut with the edge in a really awkward way, which is why it's not working.
What did you say?
That would be the back, that would be the fore flat, that would be the back flat. With me? It's a stick. It's round. It doesn't care what part you hit it into. Neither does the guy who you're hitting. Doesn't make any difference. Got it? See if you can make that adjustment and stop trying to cut up with your knuckles.
See the moment when his hand does turn over, right? Right that much. Yeah, just stop.
Gentlemen, if you need room to sway and push a chair, back. Shillelagh's not a spectator sport. Move the people in chairs out of the way.
That's going to be about. At 3 o'clock, there's a wedding here.
You know, I figured that out as far as I've gathered. Either someone in the hotel is having a wedding or they're having a mock
I now want you to find a partner, somebody roughly your height and reach. So you don't have somebody with an extra foot of reach on someone.
Normal wedding.
It's hard to say.
Take a partner. Did you check in here?
Just a wedding. Just there's going to be a wedding out in Trenton here.
Hey! Come in. Come in with your partner. Come in.
I was like, okay, good thing Marty's sitting.
All right, so we now, in order to use any of this, I mean, all of that was simple ranging exercise.
Did you see mummy-wrapping? That was quite good.
No, I
But
haven't
if
seen that
somebody
yet.
is attacking us, we're going to have to get much more of a kind of repulse
Is it an
scenario.
actual mummy?
It's, My goal is not to beat him up.
It
My
was
goal
a
is to
very
walk
large,
away on
lifelike prop of a mummy.
right?
completely
Which means I
wrapped,
need
which
more
was
of a
as unwrapped.
defense or counter offense than I do just beat him up in the street.
Going like this up to the ceiling.
Right? If he defends any of that and throws something back, I need to deal with it. So, we're going to start with that same grip. About mid chest. He's going to make an action in. For the moment, we'll keep it about shoulder level because you're not wearing masks. Right? The reality is he's looking for my jaw. Small nose in my ear. Or he's cutting diagonally downward.
Look, it's getting weird again. Chilly.
It is.
Right?
I think it's going
But
to
for the
rain.
moment,
I hope it doesn't.
we'll target the nice
Got spots all over my
muscular
lip.
bit around the
And
front.
that would be
Oh, you
bad.
are sorry.
So as he comes into the
Rain would be
shoulder
terrible
from
right
this
now.
guard.
Oh yes. Last
Everybody
year when it
is
rained,
now
it
going to
caused a
understand
stampede.
tension
I would
guards.
imagine.
Tension
Armor and
guards
silk and
are where
leather
you
is
have
inside.
the weapon and in your hands it's like you're trying to break it. Like you're trying to snap it in half. Which if I have a good tension guard going forwards in that direction, all I have to do is release. Rather than pushing with my right, I'm already pushing with my right when I release that shot. And I release that shot. I'm breaking it in my hands. In this case, defensively, I want to be breaking it downwards. Right? Such that when he strikes, just going to bring one end up, which would be absolutely vertical and in line with my shoulder. But rather than thinking that this is a shield, I'm going to put this here and move around it. Right?
Are you filming in general or specifically filming this?
Specifically this event at the moment, but I've been going around filming in general.
Okay? You understand the exercise? Yes. Can you please do this without hitting each other or my insurance company is very unhappy?
Do it slowly.
Slow. You don't need speed or power.
He never watched like
Coordinate the action.
Not as many pirates this year. A lot more people don't show up.
Well, there were a lot of single day attendees. I don't think they allowed that last year. I might have counted some of it.
They had single day attendance last year because I did. This year I'm here for the whole week.
It's a club, right?
Last one to defend, hitting it, and putting you in the way of moving around.
Everyone is so creative against those. I love that people have the cool interpretations of modern characters. The superheroes last year were quite good.
There were quite a few of us actually, weren't there?
They had their own costume
On your around step, he's attacking. Because I'm going to move around the outside of your stick, not on the inside. He's attacking over here. So, around to the outside. Think that, stick it away and move around.
See if he's done his glue stuff back together. Nice to see you. Good luck with the project.
Here, you move it around. Removing the central bony part away from the glove.
Sorry, Tyler. Get in here, you monster! How are you, English? Okay. Now, you understand in this 45-minute window they've given me to teach you this stuff. You're not going to become experts with Shillelagh in 45 minutes. However, how many techniques do you need to stop this from? And the right one will be entirely situational dependent. We don't know. However, what I am trying to do is prevent compound damage. So, to make that safe. This works beautifully for my defense, except I'm only guarding on one side of my body. Right? Everybody's clear on that? Note that I'm not carrying out here. I'm not trying to knock that away and leaving myself exposed. I'm putting up a cover and moving around. This is more about my legs than it is about my hand. I'm not suddenly getting into a left hand saber fight or right hand back sword. Mistake. It wasn't actually a mistake because his first action came here, and I had to cover that. But in so doing, he came to the opposite side, throwing a compound attack. Sorry. Just came out. Problem? One thing you need to stop this, you need to interrupt that second attack.
But it just made all it basically does is just move its head up and down.
Cover, thrust,
Like it's having
guard. Yeah?
like it's secretly happening.
Now, in doing this, remember I said when I'm striking, I'm looking for a bony target, like his jaw. When thrusting, I want a squishy target. Like his throat, like his eyes, like that big hole in the front of his skull. Right? Armpit. Yeah? But I do want a high target. I don't want to thrust into the abdomen, leaving my head uncovered. I want a line where I remain protected. Now you're not wearing protective masks. So you're going to do this out of measure, and you're going to look for thrusting. offline in stage combat,
cute.
by the way, off the shoulder, rather than, I can't quite read you on the button. Because it is, if he stumbles in his action, he drives his own face onto it. So what you're going to do is make sense? All right, interrupt it.
Slow and easy.
Slow and friendly like.
Tension guard, he has some tension at. So when he makes an attack, it snaps around him. So it's a 1 or 2. Or 2 on out of the way. He's coming around. This is the short
Weird, stupid matching. I never quite figured out. Good job.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I was kind of
You're snapping us up. Bam. You don't have to mind it.
30 seconds. Good. Thank each other. Remember the person who was in front of you is not an actual opposite Irish faction gang member. They are a training partner. And your training partner is being so kind as to lend you their body to train on. You owe them thanks for that. And consideration. So take advantage of that offer. Back on the plate.
My friend was no, not him, not him. Way back when I was in high school. Yeah, I know what you mean.
see his hand?
Yes.
1, 2. His cane, his face. Got the idea? So instead of doing this just one-handed, coming down the center, this would also apply to a diagonal coming down. I can catch this on the diagonal or on the straight vertical. Rather than going up here and then looking for a large bullet action to come around, which is slow, right? So I will look at that later. Rather than me coming here and around, remember the thorns? Yeah, use those. Make sense? None of you are wearing hand or face protection. Remember, new uniform. Yeah, remember that done safely. I can't change the timing by adding pauses, but I can take away the speed, remaining consistent. Wait. Show me this in slow motion. Okay? Yeah. Common mistake I'm seeing. Bring it so you can see my hands. The mistake I'm seeing is that people are trying to push this up like they're shoving a door open or something. Think of it more. If you ever seen powerlifting, like a snatch and jerk. It's kind of action here, rather than be a push. From here, I snap up rather than shove forward. Understand? Why don't I shove forward? Because he's too far away from his face. Oh, I think I said professor, he said bless you. What he wants is an action that is tight into his forehead, but in front, not way out here, giving me all this space to work in. See any difference? All right, continue.
Here's a second you guys do. Right? When you get down to his hands, you got to the point where you can't let go. Right? Don't try to pull at his hands. I come down to you. Right? You sit down and you put my hands in there. Okay, now he's going to like the stick slide on my side. Right? Because what'll happen is he's actually over here going back. Right. And that's how you get the power to catch.
Well, no, it isn't about
It's basketball. No, right now it's a pretty static drill. Up, break the fingers, line the remember that snap comes up here. Maybe above your forehead. There you go. They're gonna dip in your hand with that.
starting to run out of time. So I want to talk about a couple of the different ways in which you can see Shillelagh used. Particular styles seem to be both clan and county dependent upon origin from the isle. In other words, if you are from a Northern Irish clan, the style is slightly different than those that are now part of the Republic of Ireland. Right? But in traditional Bahrain, there was a sort of, not a Shillelagh game, it was kind of sparring that was done, almost like folk festival, kind of like prize fighting sparring, where the basic idea was you had to hit him in the head to win. But in order to hit him in the head, first you had to start by hitting his hat off. You have to knock off his hat and then crack him in the head. Meanwhile, he's doing the same to you. And so you get these very high line guards of snap, snap, snap. These kind of little twisty, flippy actions that are not designed to be lethal in any way, despite what the newspaper account that I read to you guys. It's these little twisting actions, right? Part of that gives rise to, again, with this third section guard, the idea that I can use this third on my forearm as my crossbody guard. So instead of me putting it into sword turns for you, instead of me parrying with the blade, I'm going to parry with the hilt. Yeah? See that? But I'll give you an easy one to start with. But it's all about what we're going to do with this. Simple parry and prima, right? Inside hanging guard. From there, rather than doing what you would normally think, those of you with sword backgrounds would think a simple moulinet fendente, right? Roberto fendente. Does this mean anything to anybody? Okay, good. As he comes in, I'm going to make a static parry rather than a full moulinet. And then the moulinet is actually going to begin from this end, not this end. Right? I have very little power in this flick of my wrist until I put my body weight in the weapon. This is not an engine. This is a steering wheel. This is an engine. Right? That's a steering wheel. That's an engine. Understand? So I'm going to give you two because we're short on time. Drop point parry and prima on the inside. Hook down over. If I have to travel forward, my left leg will drive me forward. If he's closer, I will effect a drop step without moving forward, just to put my weight in the weapon. Make sense? On the other side, if you wanted to try one in high octave, we can effect a similar sort of idea. I don't want you to do that. No, forget this side. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to give you a different one. I don't want to confuse it. But stay on this side. One is with the point down, hooking over. Point up in the parry apart, warped up. See it? From here, I'm going to make that strike. But in doing so, hook down and let my body weight of my left foot land in the back of his head. Right? Those two again. Right? If you have questions, all caps you. If you have questions, ask anybody who's currently got their hand in the air. Okay? I trust them to have the right answer. Some of you may know the right answer. I don't want to hear it. I'd rather my insurance company doesn't want to hear it. We'll talk after. Okay? Begin.
All right. Shall I?
Hello?
comes from. The control. So as this drops, that's where you get your power. So don't move your feet along the parrot when that blocks. It's static. Drop it down. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Right, and just remember that the wrist.
So either way you come over, right? So I happen to do it. I want to get it down, so I'm going to stay on the right? The fact that this leg and this together, incidental movement. Okay, yes, and if you come from the other side, it's the same thing. If you think of the defense, the attack is just an accident, right? If you come from that side again, and do it this way, boom. Right? There, yeah! I got it now. I feel better about it.
Not a problem? Okay.
On to the other side. Let me try one to the other side.
There you go. All right. Focus in!
Several minutes ago, I got the 10-minute warning. Let's go, let's go.
That's okay. Good. How you feeling tonight? All right. Yeah.
All right. Looking at what we just did, we do have some additional options. Right? So far, so good? Whoops, so far, so good? Nice impact. Now what do I do? Too close, right? Too close to swing. Remember all those little thorns? Right. That's one option. So, like I said, we're running out of time. I'm over here. Well, that's a really awkward hook. That's not going to work. I can get a nice thrust from there. I did that earlier. Right? What else can I do after that thrust though? I don't want to bring it back to set up a shot. I'm in range. And he's armed and angry. Right? Sorry? I could, but then I have to travel that distance. From over here, I'm on the outside line. From here to go into the choke means I have to go through his weapon. However, he's given me an advanced target. Remember when we did that to his fingers?
You guys are so great. I just had to
Can
get
everybody
another
see
picture.
his wrist? Put yourself? No, no. Come around. Come
So you
around.
can see the head. It's really gruesome. You'll love this. Told you. That's how you say good morning in Ireland.
Again, slowly, he strikes. I cover just as we did in the first exercise. Break his teeth, take his attention. Now I'm going to pass under his wrist, and as I do so, I'm going to grab it with my second hand. So we end up here. This does, everybody see his wrist? This does not lock his wrist. In fact, he can get out of that. What I need to do is bend his wrist and press it against my sternum. Now I go clockwise. This making sense? Yeah. You really want to try this, don't you? If you want to try any of these, please come talk to me over there. Let's do this outside of this area. We're running out of time, and the next band needs to come in and set up to play some music. Yeah. For what it is worth, cards over at my table. Everybody know where my table is? Yeah. King's Enable over in the corner. It's raining. We have umbrellas. More importantly, I have flyers over there. Oh, these flyers. But Ms. Klingberg and the other members of the New York City Bartitsu Society are organizing a workshop for me to come through on the 27th and 8th of July, where we will be doing a lot of shillelagh, in addition to some other Bartitsu, and more importantly, or for my benefit, more fun, even more fun, the Bowie knife and tomahawk of the American frontier. You think this is vicious? So if you're able to come through to New York for that weekend, it's a bloody good time.